What's going on, y'all? It's Danny from the Texas Trailhead. I'm at another state park today. Actually, I'm not. I'm at Government Canyon State Natural Area. Natural area like Enchanted Rock, so it's going to be a little bit different as far as layout and amenities go. This is just west of San Antonio, so you drive through a little bit of the city to get here, and then there you go. So yeah, let's go do some hiking. So today I think we're going to come up here to the Recharge Trail and then make our way to the Far Reaches Trail and then either come down to Wild Canyon depending on how hot it gets, or come up to the Twin Oaks Trail, make our way back down the Joe Johnson. So I've done all of this before, and so I'm looking forward to checking out a little bit more of what this park has to offer. So I'm just starting on the Recharge Trail. That's going to be the first leg of today's adventure. And I already remember one of the fun aspects of this place is the rocks here are already kind of gnarly. That's why I always recommend, if you are going to do trail runners, you still need to look for some that have a really generous toe cap, because the rocks in the hill country get pretty big. There's nothing like doing some hiking and smashing your toe on a rock and having that kind of ruin your day. So just one thing to keep in mind if you come out here to Government Canyon. I did talk to some other hikers on the trail. They are pretty excited. There are some dinosaur tracks, which isn't part of today's hike. You can go to the Texas Trailhead website and look for the original visit recap to learn a little bit more about that. Sun is out. That is my current weather report. Sun is out. I don't know, it's like 70 degrees right now with a gentle breeze across the nape of my neck, nape of my back. Anyways, let's keep going. So far the Recharge Trail has been fairly tame. It's pretty flat. This part of the natural area serves as a great area for the water to filter through and kind of make its way to San Antonio. That was part of the reason why the community really wanted to save this section of land, just because of its importance to the watershed around here. The Edwards Aquifer is obviously a super important part of the landscape and just the water resources that it provides, etc., etc. So this actually just ends. This isn't really a loop or anything. It stops, and then I'll continue on to the next trail from there. But so far pretty flat. There's actually a section that I walked on that was concrete, little strip of concrete, little narrow path. But yeah, let's see where this continues to go. So that was just about a mile from the main headquarters to get to the Far Reaches Trail on the Recharge, off of the Recharge Trail. So not a bad little hike to get to the main trail that I wanted to visit today. And right off the bat, we're going through some wooded area, so a little bit of a break from the sun that was starting to poke its way out. Hopefully you can see some of the trees kind of coming in behind me. I love it when the parks have different scenery just from within 1 mile or within one part of the park. I had to cut that clip short because there was somebody's trash on the trail that I had to pick up. Do your part if you can. Pack out what you pack in. Government Canyon is a pretty popular mountain biking location, and walking on trails like this one that have all these rocks, like, bravo to y'all. This is kind of tricky just to walk on with shoes. I can't even imagine flying down here on a mountain bike. I have a bike, but I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm seeing a little bit of scrapes and stuff from the pedals, I guess, but a little bit of incline right now. Nothing crazy. I had a feeling going this direction towards the overlook was gonna lift me up into the sky just a bit. But so far so good. Pretty typical of a hill country park. Just nice mix of trees. Gotta say, the post-snow apocalypse recovery on a lot of these plants has been really impressive. Doesn't look like too much of the central Texas landscape has been affected too badly. I know at my house a lot of the plants that we thought weren't going to make it have definitely been charged up, because it got so cold so quickly that the ice was able to kind of lock in on the plants and kind of protect it from the rest of the week's cold weather. So yeah, woo. Let's keep going. Taking my first little breather on the trail so far. I had an extra kolache, so I figured I would just eat it on camera, apparently. I'm here at the Chula Vista Scenic Overlook, and one of the big things with this natural area was the urbanization of San Antonio and its expansion west. And so it's really important to save this recharge zone for the Edwards Aquifer. But as I sit here at the overlook, I can see the roller coasters at Fiesta, Texas off in the distance. So it's kind of hard to be romantic about this land whenever you see the city right next to it, but the fact that it's protected area is really important. So you kind of just have to forget that that is making its way with the construction site just kind of at the horizon level with another neighborhood or apartment complex that's going up. But this land is protected, so it's still really important to come enjoy it and support it where you can, because it's a really, really neat place. So I'm going to finish up my little lunch and get back on the trail. Nice little breather on the first scenic overlook. We're actually going to do a little bit more of an incline to get to the second overlook that's on the Far Reaches Trail. And then from there, we'll be looking for the Sendero Trail. So not bad so far. Sun's definitely out. We had a little bit of cloud coverage this morning and yesterday, so I was being a little hopeful, but cloud coverage doesn't really mean a whole lot when it comes to UV rays. So I'm just going to make sure I take my breaks. It's always kind of a bad habit for me, just trying to rush through it, but I don't have to be anywhere today, so I'm not really going to take my time per se, because I do like to hike for time. I'm trying to average about 20 minutes a mile, and I also have some West Texas hikes coming up in May, so I'm trying to just kind of keep my endurance up for that. But nothing too crazy so far. Just some of the familiar landscapes that you would find typical in this area, with the limestone rocks and oak trees and whatnot. So yeah, let's keep going to the Solitude overlook, I believe it's called. I'll know when I get there, but super scientific research, I know. So let's keep going. Did you see that? No, no thank you. That is not in my wheelhouse. My legs were burning just watching them. There was that guy and somebody right in front of him. And at that point they were going uphill. Oh. Again, take a bow to the mountain bikers that do some of these gnarly tracks. And this isn't even that crazy, I guess, for them if they're out here, but this section that I'm on right now is going up, so I'm sure this was a nice relief to them. But man, that's intense. That's it. That's all I had. So that was the Solitude overlook. Pretty similar to the other one, just a little bit higher up. Some hills in the distance, and then what I'm guessing was downtown San Antonio, but that seems like a bit of a distance. Next up, we're gonna head towards the Sendero Trail and then kind of decide from there if we're gonna do one of the two other options. Still feeling pretty good. We're moving pretty swiftly along this trail, so we'll probably do the longer version, but I'll know more when I get there. So trails are looking pretty good, really maintained, and there's plenty of signage, not typical trailblazes that you would normally see, but just those kind of little flat posts that have the mile number or sign marker. I don't think those are mileage points. So we just passed number 9 on the Far Reaches trail. Nice little breeze, but nothing too out of the ordinary. This is definitely something that most people could do. It is not an ADA trail because there are a lot of rocks on it, but you know, younger people can definitely do something like this, and definitely you can use trekking poles. I always like to have them around just in case, but this isn't something where it would make the trail that much easier because of elevation or a crazy amount of slippery rocks. But just normal good old hiking shoes, like I mentioned earlier, with a good toe cap, because a lot of these rocks do stick up from the ground and they're pretty sizable. But yeah, let's keep going. So we're at the end of the Far Reaches trail, and we're at the Sendero Balcones trailhead exchange. So I can go back down from here, or just go either on the Wildcat Canyon Trail, or go up a little bit on the Sendero Balcones and go up to Twin Oaks and then cross over, which is what I think I'm going to do. I have plenty of water and food left to make that full circle. So we're going to go check out Twin Oaks Trail. How cool was that little marker there that had the handwriting? That is a 4-point trailhead right there. You could do Sendero in either direction, the Wildcat, and kind of start your secondary loops through the park. Very helpful because pretty easy to get turned around in parks like this where everything starts to look kind of similar. Alright, so I'm off of the Sendero Balcones trail, and I'm now hopping onto the Twin Oaks trail, and this will kind of loop me back around to the Joe Johnson Trail, which is a trail that I've done before, and that's where you're going to see the Dinosaur tracks. And then from there I'll come all the way back down to the beginning. So far so good. We're about 5 miles, so from the headquarters to the Twin Oaks Trail by way of the Recharge Trail. That's kind of where I started. That's been 5 miles so far, not including the back and forth that I do when I'm recording myself as a one-man band. I don't have a director of photography to record me. It's me running back and forth. A little behind the curtain there if you want to know how I make videos. Anyways, we'll see. I've never been on this trail before. Let's see if I can find the Twin Oaks, or if it's just a clever name for this part of the park. So all right, today's gear list, starting from the bottom, if anyone's interested. I'm wearing my Salomon XA Pro 3D V8 trail runners. I like these out on the hill country trails because they're going to offer some really amazing features, including the beefy toe cap, which is important on these rocks. I'm wearing the Cool Afire pants. Pants aren't normally something I wear after winter time, but they have some really great flexibility, quick drying aspects, and ventilation. So I'm actually just trying these out to see how they perform in warmer temps, and gotta say, so far so good. I'm wearing the latest Texas Trailhead, the Icon Performance shirt. It's gonna have some blended fabrics that are going to offer some breathability and quick dry, and it also offers UPF 30 protection. On my head, I'm wearing the Texas Trailhead Performance hiking hat. Some UPF protection, quick dry fabrics, and breathability. That's going to be really comfortable to wear, especially when it gets a little bit hotter. And on my back, I've got my Patagonia Refugio 28-liter day pack. I didn't have that much to bring. I'll probably be around 10 miles today, so besides some snacks and water, I didn't really need that much space. So that's the gear list for today, not including any of the technology, which is in the description. So if there's anything you like, click the links, and if they're affiliate links, any purchases made do help keep the site going, so really appreciate it. Chugging along on this Twin Oaks trail. I have yet to find the Twin Oaks. I did find a group of other hikers talking about some Robin Williams movies, so shout out to y'all, and I guess Robin Williams, rest in peace. The trail is what it is, typical of a hill country trail. Nothing too crazy. The elevation changes have seemed to disappear, and we're now just kind of walking on a mixture of rocks and dirt, Brian. So we'll see kind of what the end of this trail looks like as I make my way back down Joe Johnson. Still haven't actually had my lunch, so I may be able to add some more miles to this day that I wasn't really anticipating. I have some energy gels that I'm excited to try out for the first time, and some nut butter protein to add some fuel to the caloric intake for the day. I need to check my water levels in my hydration pouch. I haven't done that, but I still have an extra bottle of water with some liquid IV just in case I'm towards the end, and that'll really help with my electrolytes for the afternoon. So we're going to keep going and see if anything else jumps out on the adventure. Sometimes I get bored on trails and I just start running because I just want that section to be over with. Thankfully this part's kind of flat. And I just had some a fruit bar. Give me a little bit of that extra sugar boost. Also, I like to wear trail runners, because then you can actually run. Hopefully I don't trip on one of these bigger rocks. Alright, because the Twin Oaks Trail was a little underwhelming. I mean, it was just a connector trail. It pops out at the Joe Johnson Trail about half mile to the Dinosaur tracks. So, guess what? If y'all haven't seen them, I'm going to head that way and give you a little bit of a visual so you can kind of know what to expect or what to be on the lookout for. The Dinosaur tracks aren't super visible. They are kind of behind a roped off area as well, so it's not like one of the other state parks where you have a little bit more visibility to the tracks, but they are still pretty neat, and a half mile from the trailhead of the Twin Oaks Trail. So let's go check it out. So here's the thing. When I was here the first time, I didn't see the dinosaur tracks, and I didn't see them this time either. But I definitely encourage y'all to come to this place and come seek them out yourself off the Joe Johnson Trail and see if you can see them. I see so many indentations in the limestone when I'm hiking. It looks just like that, but maybe I just don't have enough imagination, I guess. I don't know. Don't be discouraged. This is still a fun part of the park to come visit and check it out. So that's it for this leg of the hike. I'm gonna go ahead and start making my way back town. That's not how that goes. Making my way back to the parking lot and probably have my proper lunch and explore a little bit. Natural areas don't have all the roads leading through the park like you would see at a normal state park, so I don't know how much of this place I can show as far as a park recap. But if you want some really great park recap videos, check out my subscription section on the YouTube down below, and check out Mr. S Travel Quest. His YouTube videos offer great recaps of some of the state parks around Texas, and really good content overall. So check his channel out for some really good park recap videos. All right, we're gonna keep hiking. Thanks for hiking along with me at Government Canyon State Natural Area. I'm Danny, this is the Texas Trailhead. Until next time, grab your backpack, put on your hiking shoes, and let's go on another adventure.